Right, feedermasters Super League, third round, Carmel Dam. We come for a little practice on the feedermasters qualifier a couple of weeks ago. Didn't fish very well, and we come yesterday for a little look on a charity match. There were a few fish to be caught. Of actually more fish than we expected, or more bites, a lot of small fish. So we've gone with a team plan where we're going to try and catch these small fish. Yesterday I was, if I turn you around, just here, peg 75. I've drawn 62 today, which is second pegging on what they call the drop. It drops down from up the bank, and there's a little slipway. My section is in with all this baby army up to the bridge and across, so we don't know how it's going to fish. It's a big section, 15 peg section, but probably up from peg 31 round to 62, so there's a lot of water involved. I think you need a lot of small fish to catch 7-8 pound, which probably be a good weight. You need 6 or 7 skimmers, so the gamble is skimmers. Hopefully the safer bet is the roach, so we're going to go down the roach route. We're in, I think we're in 8th or 9th place, but you need to get in top 10 in the teams to qualify for the final, which we want to get into. We're reigning champions, so we just need a steady performance today. We've drawn pegs 16, which is just here, Steve Whitfield, 91, Jake Dye, and Wayne Bartholomew's on 118. So it's just 4 steady pegs, hopefully. Can come top half in the section and get good points and put a little bit of distance in between us and 10th place. It's very tight from 5th down to 14th. I think there's only 14 points separating it all, so it's all to play for. We're just going to, we've got a few lines, 45 metres. There'll be one round about 25 and 30, and then I'm going to fish this sort of area for my roach, depending on that bottom is, and they might drift in and out. We've got a various amount of baits, just all being prepped there. Maggots, pinkies, casters, some worms. We've done some pellets for the method. Got 2 different types of mixers. We've got like a drier mix, which is going to be more active for the roach, and then we've got a strong fish meal mix for skimmers. Going to be fishy and floating maggots, single pinky, threaded maggot, a little bit of worm. Might put a bit of chopped worm in, but the roach yesterday didn't need chopped worm. You could catch them without having to feed it, so we felt by putting it in we were just giving it an option for them to eat something that we weren't necessarily going to fish. So we're going to start off by fishing pinkies, feeding little bits of ground bait, and work his way in from there. Hopefully there's bites from off and we get a good start. Some people call like going up towards 200 fish, yes, 150 fish on a feeder, which is quite a lot of fish. It's 30 to 40 an hour. Whether you can maintain it on every peg, there were only a few people doing it yesterday. I believe half of the match is going to do it today, but we're got to be in it to win it, and we're here for section points, not to win the match. A match winner would be nice, but that's all we're here for. Team points, section points, and maintain or move up in the league. So hopefully, fingers crossed, can get off to a good start. We've literally got 3/4 of an hour left now, virtually ready. They put draw back a little bit because Cafe were running late, and a lot of lads on this far side have got a big walk, so plenty of time. Get everything prepped, double check everything. Going to be fishing little free running rigs, 18 hooks, 20 hooks, F1 maggots, and we'll take it from there, see how we go. Got 1 braid and 1 mono rig for each line, and we're just going to work his way through and see what's best in there. Wish us luck. Well, hopefully not luck. Wish us happy windmilling, catching I'd take 150 fish now, so I'm going to count them. Let's see how we go on. It's 30 an hour, and we've got a target now, so we'll fish to his target and we'll take it from there. If we have to change, we'll know my target isn't on track and I'll have to catch a bigger fish. But as a team match, we're on the phone all the time talking to people, watching out, so we'll know what to do as and when through the day. Hopefully it all goes to plan. Fingers crossed. No. It's different when there's 3 people on alt match doing it than 60. Yesterday they were topping all over here. So we started on this short line and it became quite obvious there weren't a lot of fish there. So I made an early choice to start introducing some worms. I needed to do something to attract some roach and perch into my swim. I just felt there were none there, or they weren't feeding, or they weren't on bottom, so I'm going to start feeding worms. And normally you don't feed worms this early, but I needed to try and drag some fish into my peg. I felt there weren't enough fish there, so I had to do something. Chop these worms super fine, so don't really want to feed them with the worms. I just want to put a smelling water and a little tiny bit of little worm flakes, so give these a real good chop and a mince, so if they go to mush there's nothing left when I'm done. Even though we're feeding these worms, we're still going to carry on fishing floating maggot on hook. It's a good visual and a slow sinking bait. It allows them roach to intercept it on the way down. Yeah. It's only 3. The worms did the trick, exactly what I wanted to do. It attracted some roach into my swim and started to get some bites. Put a few fish in net, so went from no fishing first 20 minutes, nearly 25 minutes, to starting to just put a few fish together. Weren't hectic, but I was putting fish in net when no one around me were catching anything. Don't tell them I didn't net it. It were nearly an ounce.
We've got 8.
6.
5.
So I'm fishing a 16 hook, single floating maggot, and I've got 0.12 exact hook length on. Started off on 60cm hook length and just take it from there. Sometimes you need a short hook length, sometimes you need to go longer to make your maggot float and drop through the water a little bit longer, but 60cm seemed about right. 14-ounce skimmer, weren't it? £3. He'll be on about 200 by now, won't he? Who's that, you?
So anyone who doesn't know how the Super League works, it's feeder only event. It's based over 4 rounds, the league. A real diverse pick of venues. You've got South Hill Reservoir, Boston, Carmel Dam and then the River Trent. And you have to finish in the top 10 at the end of the 4 rounds to qualify for the all winners final. Well, not all winners final, the final. This year it's held at Patsell Park. Last year we were lucky enough to win it. It were at Albans Lakes, and we're eager to get back in the top 10. That's all we've got to do, just to get back in the final and give ourselves a chance of retaining the title again. So each round, it's 4-man team. You've got 1 angler in each section, A, B, C and D. So you're fishing against 1 other angler from every team. So 15 anglers in a section, 1 from each team. You get 1 point for winning the section, 15 points for coming last. Then you add all your points together as a team, and whoever's got the lowest points on the day wins the day. They pay top 2, maybe top 3 each round, and then your points are all added together, and after 4 rounds the top 10 in the league qualify for the final, like we just said. So it's not always about winning your section, it's about just recording good points, top half at section. There's always going to be someone who catches some bream, someone who's on some MPEGs, so you're not always going to have the chance to win the section, but just accumulate good section points, what we call team points, is vital in these sort of matches. So plugging away like I'm doing now for the roach is ideal, because every few fish you put in, a few ounces in your net and potentially a few more points.
Winning this fucking league will mean fucking different for them.
Yeah, a little perch. Okay, didn't. No, you could do with fishing a dink there then, and holding it out, you know. But it's whether they'd have it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm getting little runs of fish. I'll go like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't really catch a lot. Then I've got to have another good little run.
Yeah, as if like, because they just come into your peg, have it? I were going all right, and then I've had a grebe come up bang on my bait, and I've. Said it again. Well, that's not a net fish. Yours were hand size. Like Jeremy Beadle, it looked small in his hand. Still that.
So the small fish on my inside line started to go a little bit iffy, so felt I needed to give him a rest. So what better time to try my long line where I've fed ground bait and pellets. I'm going to throw a tiny little method over it. And if I can catch a good fish on this, it'll be a little game changer. It'll allow me to do different things for the second half of the match. The fish are going alright, but it's evident that it's not like it were the other days where you're going to catch a massive amount of fish. So if I can get a pull on this, could be game on. As if by magic, round it's gone. It's gone absolutely perfect this, because I've chucked out. We're going to have 3 or 4 minute chucks, and first chuck I've got a bite, so it's exactly what we wanted to happen. And now we've got a better fish on, and it's going to give us a choice now of being able to do various things to end a match. I know there's some fish out there, so I can keep dropping on this and having a look in between fishing for my small fish.
What's happening?
10 skimmers now.
10?
Yeah, but they're all, the biggest one will be like 6 or 7 ounces.
Yeah.
I think I've got 5 or 6 blips, and then I had a quick go for blipping because it was hard there. So
Yeah.
I got 2, like 20 minutes in, and then had a bit of a quiet spell. So I had a blip about a quarter to 4, but it took me fucking ages.
Get in, I just had one. First chuck on left foot.
I've got 10 now, mate.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Can you see that?
On 3 pounds.
Can you see that? Look at me. I just had that first chuck on method.
What?
Method first chuck out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've got 53 fish to go with it.
58 fish to go with it.
Yeah, 53, but they're not massive. Do you know them little fish?
Oh,
But
these are fucking tiny.
yeah, they're tiny, but I've had 2 little netters in between them that'll probably be 6 or 8 ounce, you know. But that's the very first chuck, 5 minutes into first chuck. I've topped it up again, you know.
Yeah.
Put 5 in at start and then topped it up.
I don't think it's easily sizing that a fish will be.
No. So what weight will them 10 skimmers go?
I reckon 3 pounds.
Alright, well. And you're still getting bites?
They've got to be, yeah, they've got to be 3 pounds. If not, maybe 2.14 sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not as good as yesterday.
No. But these small fish aren't, you know. These small fish aren't yet like yesterday, you know, prawning up. So, but that pounder there has just done me world of good because it's just put equivalent of 20 little fish in my net, you know. So I'm equivalent around 70 now, you know.
Well, they're catching small fish, but they're not bad small fish down in them low numbers.
Yeah. Well, there's no what you can do around that corner. You've just fucking got to just do what you've got to do in your bit, haven't you? So we bang on 2 hours left. We've done a small fish thing and it weren't prolific, but we've had 63 fish. There were fish there, but not like yesterday. Different conditions here. There's no tow, and getting mixed. I'm hearing mixed things about whether that's good or bad. So I've chucked method out twice, and both times on my first cast, it's gone round, and I've caught 2 skimmers. One's a pound and one's 10 ounce, which is probably worth 30-40 fish. So it's yeah, I think it's just going to be a chopping and changing. After I caught both of them fish, I never had another sign or a bite on the second chuck. So whether I spooked them or there ain't many fish there, they just got they're not settled, just odd fish. So I'm on another chuck here with method, but 2 hours left. I've a little liner then. I've got to just decide whether I'm going to fish for skimmers or whether I'm going to rotate and keep taking a few small fish. Definitely good to rotate to rest this long line, my method line. Although we're not putting much bait in, it just allows them fish to come back over. Definitely could do with another skimmer here, or if I could catch a proper one, it'd allow me to fish this method feeder till end. If I could catch a 2 or 3 pounder, my bits aren't going to make a difference then. So ideally I could do with a nice 2 or 3 pounder, which will allow me to sit on this for half an hour. But by sitting on here till end of March, I could let the little fish run away and not be feeding like they were. So just gonna edge on the way of caution. I've spoke to other lads and we're faring alright. Wayne's catching loads of small fish in the bottom section. Steve were plugging away for little skimmers, but they weren't as big as yesterday. So, and Jake's had a bit of a nightmare draw. He's very snaggy short, so we can't catch them small fish, but we're just having to make his other lines work. So could do with just having a good last 2 hours here as a team, just putting odd fish in there. Don't have to do all stupid, but could definitely do with a bonus fish. But we'll give us a chance of catching one by fishing method. Little method, tiny little yellow afters, 18s hooks and fine line. Only fishing for skimmers and bream, nothing else. So half pellets, half ground bait. Nice little parcel on bottom, enough to catch a fish. I've got Joe Jagger next to me and he weren't doing mega, and then last 2 chucks he's had a £1.5 and a 10 ounce fish, so it's pulled him right back up level with me. So we just definitely playing a cautious game. Nah, 2 hours left, all to play for, I reckon. If this tip would go around a couple more times, it'll allow me to fish them for a good weight, but I can't sit there and put nothing in there till the end. Give it over, man. You're ruining it. Works a treat, that one, doesn't it? I bet it were a beautiful bite when you look back, weren't it? I was looking for my jumper. Thought I'd knocked Rod. No, but it's not a fun bit. Thought I'd knocked Rod when it were moving up Rod rest. I can still see one of them, I think. I might be able to. Are they short?
Yeah.
With a little light silver bit on them?
It's a fucking unit, that.
It's not.
It is. If that's not a fucking unit, I'm not talking to you again.
It's only like that and you had.
Fucking hell, mate.
You had one like that.
£2.
What? We're not arguing between a pound, are we? Oh, it pulled me wafter off me lucky wafter.
Oh, I thought you dropped the thing.
No, pulled me lucky wafter off.
Have a message as well. That's calling you weird. No, I don't know what the fucking about with what you haven't took them.
At least you don't feel bad for accusing him, do you? Poor lad. He's gone home to get his dad now and he's gone.
Well, that last good fish has secured me my team points. Not a lot being caught now,
£5, let's do what one now.
and that fish has allowed me to fish this method till the end.
Well, I don't know if I'll be.
Unfortunately,
I don't want to
it-
catch any more small fish. It's shit.
I didn't get another bite on it, but by fishing it allowed me to concentrate on catching a big fish and potentially then winning the section. But it didn't happen. But we did alright. We ended up weighing just got £9. This put me 4th in the section, 4 points for the team. The team's done mega. We've got 19 points on the day, which put us 3rd on the day, which has done us a world of good for the league.
Is Yorkshire Angling Surprise. 13th with 120 is Dynamite Derby, and then it's getting tight for 10th place. So 12th with 112 is Feederland Nomads, 11 with 111 is PDAA, 10th place as it stands is 105 Langold Lakers, 9th with 103 is Tough at the Top, 95 points MKM in 8th, feedermasters FT with 87 is 7th, with 86 points is Newfish North, in 5th with 84 is Jonah Barnsley Blacks, 4th with 82 is Dambusters, don't cheer 5th, 3rd with 66 is Graphite Feeder Team, 2nd with 65 is Mainline Match, and your league leaders at the moment is Ringer Baits with 58 points.